Hey everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks. I told you last evening it would be a quick video. I didn't realize how quick it would be. Last night's Weather Geeks clocked in at under 4 minutes. I think that's a record short video over the last 6 years. Quiet weather pattern early this week, but we'll dive into a little more detail this evening as we progress into midweek. Boy, oftentimes pilots call a day like today severe clear. I mean, there wasn't a cloud for hundreds of miles in all directions today. As we got into the afternoon, I'm going to pause this at 2:15 and break out my measuring tool here. The nearest clouds were down in southwest Virginia, 260 miles away as the crow flies. If you head west, you would have had to travel over 600 miles to find any clouds this afternoon west. Heading to the northeast, this is snow on the ground up in New England, so to find real true clouds, over 1,000 miles off the coast of Atlantic Canada and New England in a northeasterly direction. Heading due east, a few clouds about 500 miles away off the coast of the mid-Atlantic region. So yeah, a remarkably clear day out there for today. And, you know, I joked around a little bit today with this graphic. Don't be afraid of the sun. Sometimes, yes, we do see it. That large, bright object in the sky, that's the star at the center of our solar system, 109 times larger than Earth. And of course the sun, essential for life here on Earth. Nothing to be alarmed at. We do have sunshine, believe it or not, sometimes in northeast Ohio and western PA, especially as we get out of winter and into spring. And what a difference the sun makes at this time of the year. You know, it was chilly today. We struggled up through the 30s into the lower and middle 40s, but especially since the wind was lighter than the last couple of days, the sun really made it feel warmer than it actually was. The sun is as strong or as high in the sky on today's date as it is on September 17th, which is still astronomical summer. So the sun is getting higher and stronger, and I have a black car that was sitting out in the sun, and when I left for work today, I had to put on my air conditioning in the car because it was 44 degrees out, but it was hot inside my car, which had been sitting out in that strong March sun all morning and early afternoon. Of course, we're gaining daylight rapidly at this time of the year. Since the beginning of winter, we've gained a little more than 3 hours, 3 hours and 12 minutes to be exact. We'll pick up another 2.5 hours from now through the end of May, and a little more, of course, added in June, but just over the next 2 months and a few days, we'll add over another 2 hours worth of daylight, on our way to about 15 hours of daylight at the beginning of summer. All right, so not this evening, but late tonight before daybreak tomorrow, if you're an early riser, check out the waning moon, about half full, and just to the right, you'll see a bright object. It's not a star, but it is Jupiter, very near the moon, and just to the right, overnight, late tonight. This will be more towards 4, 5, 6 in the morning, so for early risers, check that out tomorrow morning. Boy, beautiful day coming up tomorrow. It's going to be almost as sunny as today. There might be a few cumulus clouds and cirrus clouds mixed in tomorrow. Maybe not quite as pristine as today, but still really nice. And with a southerly breeze, it'll be warmer as well. We'll get above average tomorrow as temperatures get up into the 50s. All right, the next interesting weather heads our way late this week as a front inches our way. There'll be a scattering of showers on Thursday. This is not a rainy day. It's not a washout, but there's probably going to be a shower here and there throughout the day. Can't really time it with any more specificity than that. Chance for shower just about any point on Thursday. Then this front kind of stalls, and while this is kind of a wet look to our in-house model here, I'm not sure that Friday is quite as wet as the model portrays here, but the chance for showers is there with this front in the vicinity on Friday. Temperatures may be a little bit tricky on Friday as well. If this front indeed settles somewhere in northern Ohio, there could be a real big temperature gradient between the Lake Erie shoreline and, say, Columbiana County. You know, up towards the Lake Erie shoreline, it might be in the 40s, whereas someplace like East Liverpool might be pushing 60 Friday afternoon. So that could be a tricky temperature forecast for us on Friday. Now, more rain's on the way Saturday, but between Thursday and Friday, models are advertising maybe an average of about 1/2 inch. European a little bit less. And again, we'll add to these numbers during the course of Saturday. We've got a stronger cold front heading our way on Saturday. And wow, what a topsy-turvy weekend this is going to be. Near 60 on Saturday, but then temperatures drop into the lower 30s Saturday night and then don't escape the 30s on Sunday. And a gusty breeze will certainly make it feel even cooler than the air temperature on Sunday. Might even see a couple of flurries around, especially in the morning on Sunday as we wrap up the month of March. As we head into April, early next week, still looks a little on the cool side Monday, and then about par as we go towards midweek. Overall, not a lot of warmth in the pattern in the 6 to 10 day period here, especially early in this 6 to 10 day period, so days 6 and 7. I think by days 8, 9, 10, we will see a moderating trend, and that should continue as we look ahead to the 8 to 14 day outlook. Pretty decent odds for a warmer than average period as we go into the final couple of days of that first week of April into the second week of April as well. So some things to look forward to, and again, as I've been saying a lot on this video, I'm expecting April this year to be a lot different than last year, not nearly as chilly as last year, and we registered 7 inches of snow last April. I'm not expecting a repeat of that this year. That's it for tonight. Hope to see you again tomorrow night for a fresh edition of the Valley's most in-depth forecast. It's weather for Weather Geeks.